What up, y'all? It's the Sports Mix. Big Kenny in the building. Got my man Dino with me.
Yes, sir.
Gonna wrap this Ravens game up right quick. Right quick, man. A little big win over Cincinnati today. You know, uh Cincinnati now 0-2 in the division. So that's a good look, that we was able to let me stop saying that the Ravens was able to get that dub on the road. That's a big road win. They lost the last two games out there in Cincinnati last year. The final game of the season and then the playoff game, of course. But all the games was tough, and this one was no different. Cincinnati wasn't going to just roll over for the Ravens. I didn't expect that. I expected them to come out firing, especially after their performance last week in their opener. So now there was a little urgency for them to start, get back on the winning side of things, not have that 0-2 start, but they got the 0-2 start thanks to the home team. So what's your overall thoughts of the game today?
Yeah, I look at it as a good win. Again, the stage was set up. You're going on the road. You playing a Cincinnati Bengal team that had lost last week, and this was their home opener. You knew they were going to be fired up. And the Ravens went in, man, and did what they had to do to get that win. I thought it was a relatively impressive win for the Ravens.
Yeah, definitely good win. Offense wasn't spectacular, but they made some plays when they had to. I'm a Gus Edwards fan. I like the way that big fella run. He's like a truck coming through there. Kind of remind me like a Jamal Lewis type. Got a big body, but he quick too. Got some speed. Once he get going, it's tough to. I heard the Rondé Barber that was commentating said the safety had to make a business decision. Getting in front of Big Gus, man. But he was able to pull him down. But you got to make some business decisions when you got a big running back or a running back with some speed and power coming at you downhill. So Gus was good today. With J.K. Dobbins out for the year, Gus and Hill stepped up, had the running game. Running game was solid today. Lamar made a couple big runs. You haven't seen the spectacular running game like you did the MVP year. I guess that's to be expected. They're going to key up on Lamar. The key, I guess the object is to not let him beat you. You know what I'm saying? Not to let him get going with the legs or get him throwing. But I think we talked about it last week. The offense still a work in progress. This really like the second preseason game for them guys. And then you got Andrews making his debut this week, and he had a couple big catches. So, I think the offense was solid today. Not spectacular, but they were solid. Made some plays when they had to. Defense again, they gave up they give up? One touchdown on defense.
The kickoff. What was the final score?
It was 27-24.
27-24. Yeah. So I think they did get that second touchdown. They got the punt return touchdown.
Yeah.
And Higgins, I think, scored both touchdowns for.
Oh yeah, you're right. He got the one at the end where he was kind of in the corner.
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, the defense I think is they solid. They got to improve that pass rush.
Yeah.
I think the pass rush got to improve. They got to get more pressure on quarterbacks. And I think they got one sack today. Clowney got the one sack in the fourth quarter, I believe. So, I want to see more. I think we talked about that last week. I know you made a mention of Ojabo and the other guy. What's the other end over there?
Oway.
Yeah. The double O boys.
Yeah.
They got to get some more pressure on them quarterbacks, man. They got to get some more heat on the quarterbacks. And without having to do a lot of the fancy blitzes and all that stuff. You got to get the front four got to get some pressure on the quarterback. to help the back end out.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I agree with that. Matter of fact, I don't even know. I didn't even see Oway on the out on.
Yeah, he might not even play today.
Yeah, I didn't see him out there that much. His name wasn't called. Um, that guy definitely gonna have to show me something because at this
Mm-hmm.
point, I'm looking at him uh, kind of as a bust, number one draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
This is the year that he really needs to show something. And Chuck Smith coming in to teach some moves and things like that. This is the year for Oway to show some stuff. And at this point, I haven't seen too much. Last week he looked a little bit more active and sort of promising, but
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even see him today. I mean, I don't know how many downs he played, but his name wasn't even called.
Yeah, he kind of absent.
Yeah, a little bit on the absent side. But one thing that I was, looking at this week, especially with Stanley and Linderbaum out, was how was this offensive line going to hold up? I know last week, particularly in the first half, man, it was pretty brutal. The way they played, and Lamar was getting hit on almost every play. No pass time. Today it was a little bit different. He had time
Mm-hmm.
to throw the ball, and I like what I saw with the offense. I like Lamar back there throwing that ball, three wide receiver sets, things like that. Um, Picking and choosing when he can run the ball. Aguilar making catches. Sensational catch by number 4. Um,
Yeah, absolutely. Zay Flowers.
yeah, that was a big catch, man. And so with these receivers, man, I mean, and we kind of sort of forgot about Duvernay, out there as a receiver in the game, but he got some today. A couple jet sweeps and whatnot. So I mean, I like what I saw, man. Lamar was throwing that ball. To me, when Lamar is back there and he gets some time, man, it's like he's throwing darts.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
absolutely, absolutely.
That's what I like to see with him, and sort of taking him back to his college days. He had that kind of offense similar to where he threw the ball like that. I thought it was an impressive win, and when you throw all the injuries that the Ravens are dealing with in the mix, I still say, man, we're looking at a team that is a potential Super Bowl team.
Absolutely, absolutely. I like the pass protection today. The
Yes.
offensive line, even with the injuries and they major injuries. I mean, from on paper,
Yeah.
with Ronnie Stanley and then you're starting center Linderbaum out, and the guys that stepped in did a great job, man. I mean, you see Lamar back there, man. He just kind of it's like he
Yeah.
got all day back there. Um, so yeah, the offensive line was key, in both the run game and the pass game. Because like I said, they were able to run the ball and pat. The running game and passing game was kind of key. Was kind of they were equal. You know what
I
I'm
agree.
saying?
Nice back.
With because it kept balance. It kept
Yeah.
it kept Cincinnati off balance. They kind of was able to run the ball a few times when they probably was expecting pass. They were able to pass. They were able to get protection with Lamar when they were dropping back. You know, so offensively, this I think this week's performance much better than last for sure. And you got to start with the guys up front that gave some protection and did some awesome blocking for the running game. So offensively this week, you know, clearly, I think last week I gave maybe a C minus,
Yeah.
and that might have been generous. But they did move the ball a little bit last week. But this week I'm gonna go B minus. Um, Lamar missed a couple throws, not nothing that killed them. Tucker missed the field goal, which it was like what a 51, 59 yard or something.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was a long field goal. I mean, you're not going to hit them 100% of the time.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, overall, I think solid win for the home team. Um, you know, just building blocks. The offense is steady, getting used to each other. Learning the new players. The new system with Todd Monken. Um, OBJ went down with an ankle. let's hopefully that's not too serious. He did come back on the sideline after he went out of the game, so
Yeah.
I usually look at that as a good sign. Usually when the guys don't come back on the field, that's usually a sign that it's not good. So I'm just hopeful that maybe he just turned it, a little sprain or something, maybe some rest, and he'll be ready to go next week, or maybe miss a game or so. But uh, I don't think that was a. I don't think I don't. It don't look like it's going to be a major injury. So I'll just wait and see what happens with
Yeah.
that.
It looked like he tried to initially tried to play through it
Yeah,
and still out there on the field, but
yeah,
I think a decision was made, which I think was a wise decision. There's no need for him to try to play through that type
yeah,
of.
yeah. And I think
Ravens were kind of in control of the game.
yeah, and I think you made the point last week too. Would he be happy with 3 targets,
Right.
and he got 3 targets out the gate.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
So he was definitely in the game plan for the day.
Yeah.
With he got 3 targets right away. So they were gonna go to him. But so the long play that Flowers got, right? Did you think he was down on that?
Uh, I wasn't really sure. I know that he kind of caught the ball and was assuming that he was down, but then when he was kind of being attacked by one of the Bengals guys, he started trying to elude the tackle and
Yeah,
down there. So I wasn't really sure. Um, eh, but nevertheless, sensational play, big time catch with a couple guys on him, and Lamar put that thing right there.
put it right there.
He put it right there, man. He put that ball right there, and I think we're seeing the difference when you got some people that can make plays.
Yeah, yeah.
All throughout Lamar's career, he hasn't really had any playmaking wide receivers, you know,
Mm-hmm.
any kind of consistency. I mean, Hollywood Brown would make the occasional plays like that, but you
Yeah,
saw the catch that Aguilar made
yeah.
over the shoulder catch, which
Mm-hmm.
was a beautiful catch for the score, and then of course Flowers catch, and then. Last week OBJ made a nice catch over the shoulder catch, and you know, quite frankly, in the past, our guys weren't making those kind of catches.
No.
So it was Mark Andrews overdose for Lamar Jackson because
Yeah,
he was making plays,
yeah.
and that's what you get when you got receivers that can make plays. To me, I can see the offense shifting from a one man show. Basically, you can see the shift, and other guys being able to make plays, and Lamar Jackson don't have to do so much like he has in the past.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it was good to see. It was good to see Andrews back out there. Even though it was only one game that he missed, but we know how important he is to the offense and to Lamar. You know, and I think even the one play in the end zone where you had Andrews and you had OBJ right behind him. I think they were saying on the broadcast had Andrews just let that go, that'd have dropped right in OBJ's hands. It might have been to OBJ actually. But that's a good problem to have.
Yeah, no
That's a
doubt.
good problem to have. You never hear somebody complain about having too many weapons or too many playmakers on the team. So, that's a good weapon, good problem to have. I think. You know. So again, man, I think good game, man. It was a good, solid game, good, solid win, a road win,
Yeah.
a division win.
Yes.
A division win on top of it, a road win. You got a 2-0 start. You know, uh, got Cleveland next week. Is it Cleveland next week or Pittsburgh? I
Yeah,
think it's
I'm not.
Cleveland next week.
Is it Cleveland? Okay.
I think it's Cleveland next week, and then Pittsburgh. Or let me not say that. I think it's Cleveland next week. I'm not sure who come after that, but I think it's Cleveland next week. Another division game, which going to be a big one. I'm not sure where it is, if it's home or away, but it's going to be a big game. All the division games this year are going to be big, especially the first time around. Early
Yeah.
on,
Yeah.
and, and then we'll see how the season shakes out later. What who kind of, if any of these teams are able to separate themselves from the pack in the division, because I think the division the North Division always going to be tough anyway. Even no matter what the records are, those games are always tough. You never see like blowouts in those games or runaways, right? So I think it's going to be big, just to see how the division shakes out as the season goes on. We're in week 2, just finished week 2 for the Ravens, so let's I'm pulling for like I said last week, I want to see him go 17-0. I want to see them boys go 17-0 and run through the playoffs and never lose a game. That's how I am. I'm a fan, but I'm realistic. So we're gonna have games where it's just not gonna go that way, or things gonna happen. So 2-0 is good. I'm taking that. I'm happy with that for a start. Any other thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with everything you said. I think the Ravens did a good job with time of possession. That's always a good thing. We were kind of dominating that. I think I think Clowney is showing that he was a valuable pickup. Uh,
Absolutely.
yeah, he's all over the field in that backfield, looking spry out there. He's clearly showing that he was a great pickup. And
Yeah.
then the Ravens overall is showing their depth this
Yeah.
game. They really showed how deep they are on that roster. I mean, Darius Washington was around that ball a lot today. Linderbaum didn't play. Stanley didn't play. I even seen Rock scene out there today.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
on big play to break up a potential touchdown.
Yep.
Um, so that's the thing I see. The potential for this team is Super Bowl, is the way I see it, and you
Mm-hmm.
need that. They showed that today. Lamar
Mm-hmm.
looked way more comfortable this week than last week. So I think
Mm-hmm.
that offense is really starting to show some chemistry. And this team is gonna be somebody to deal with. I mean, they're gonna have to. These teams in this AFC is gonna have to deal with this Ravens team, and I'm looking for big things.
Yeah, absolutely. You and me both. You and me both. So that's the wrap up. Just had to wrap this game up, man. Put a bow on it.
Yes.
Week 2 was in the books. 2-0 start on to the next game. So tune in, man. Wednesday, we're gonna go Wednesday for the round table. Try to get some more guests on that joint, man. We can talk a little football, talk a little. We can talk some sports, man. We just gonna have some fun with it Wednesday.
Yeah.
We need to get the fun back into the sports mix. Just
Yeah.
want to give a couple shout outs, man. Shout out to the sports mix panelists. Cheese. My man is over there in Barcelona, Spain, man, on a little
What?
vacation, man.
Oh.
Yes. You know,
Oh.
I don't know if he tuning in, but
He's
I
doing
said,
big, huh?
yeah, he over there in Barcelona.
Okay.
He had posted a video this morning, man. Showed the beach over there, man. That thing beautiful.
Mm.
Pretty blue water, and I guess it was. I don't know if it was from like his view from the hotel or not. I didn't get to listen to it. I just kind of saw it, and yeah. So man, Cheese is over there.
Yeah.
He's over there in Barcelona, Spain. Uh, Let me see. Shout out to the city of Baltimore. Orioles right now. Uh, I haven't checked the score today. Have you checked the Orioles today?
I have not.
Yeah, I know they got a big win yesterday.
Big win.
Tampa Bay got the first two. Tampa Bay got the first two of the series, man. The Orioles came back yesterday and went up big on them. So I know today is the conclusion of the 4-game set. And Tampa Bay came in 2 back and they got the first two, tied them up, and the Orioles went up one game last night with the win. So, with today's game, if they can get the W, they can go back up 2. Or, if
Yeah.
Tampa Bay get it, it'd be tied. But it's playoff baseball atmosphere already in the city. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So anytime you got the Orioles in contention at this time of year, oh man, the
It's a
city,
blessing.
the city, the city grade be on fire.
It's a blessing, man, to go from baseball to football with the Orioles in contention, and really, I know it'd be tough for them with the pitching issues that they do have. But I mean, they do have the best record in the American League, which gives them a shot at representing the American League in the World Series. So keep our fingers crossed on that. And you got a World Series potential baseball team, and you got a potential Super Bowl football team. You can't more than that.
Absolutely. Got a comment. I can't see who made the comment, but they say glad we won. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Always good to get a W. Uh, you know, any Sunday with a win make make the fried chicken taste just a little better at Sunday dinner. You know,
that's
just a little better. You
that's
know,
right.
so yeah, if y'all having fried chicken for dinner tonight, and whatever you're having on your plate, the meal's gonna taste just a little bit better after a win. You know, so Ravens win. Sports mix, man. We here coming back on a weekly basis. We're gonna be checking in. Stay tuned, man, too, for some opportunities to come out and watch the games live with us. Got working on a couple opportunities to do that. Before we go, I don't know if you stayed up to watch it, but you know, Coach Prime, got them boys, man.
Hold it out.
Full disclosure, I fell asleep and I woke up and the game was still on. I thought I didn't know if it was a rerun. You know how they replay the games, right?
Yeah.
It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and the game was just like it's like overtime. I said, oh. So I didn't know what happened, what had transpired. I think when I fell asleep it was around halftime.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if I ain't mistaken, it was tied at half, or it was tight.
No, they were down.
They were down at half.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So
Trying to
I
play
remember
pretty
I
much.
remember seeing them go in,
Yeah.
but I didn't see. I don't remember much after that. And I did wake up. I caught the overtime. Saw all the scores in the overtime,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I saw the crowd. They stormed the field, and big win, man. Big win for Coach Prime in Colorado, man. So, um, that's also an opportunity. That's gonna give us an opportunity with Coach Prime, man. There's a lot of people supporting the Colorado movement. So we'll get out to a venue somewhere and maybe check out a Colorado game as well, and then invite some folks out, man. Just come out, have some fun, and watch some football, talk a little smack. You know, let's just have some fun with it. So football season, man, is kind of that type of thing. Because it's a weekly event. Mainly on the weekends, mainly on Saturday or Sunday. With college and pro football. So, you ain't got to worry about having to get up to go to work the next day, or well, except for Sunday. But if you get a Sunday afternoon game, you still got time to, you know, uh, 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 let your libations wear off.
Yeah. Oh
For,
yeah.
for those that partake.
Exactly. Exactly. I don't think that anything can match the excitement of football season. Uh,
Uh-uh.
those Sundays, man, are absolutely just off the chain. Everybody's excited, and literally, man, a Ravens win or loss can impact your whole week at work. If the Ravens win, pretty much, man, your weekend is going to go a lot better
Yeah.
than them losing.
Yes,
So,
sir.
loving that win. Carry
Yeah.
me all next Sunday.
Absolutely. Because when they lose, man, good God,
God, man.
everything is just miserable. You know,
Exactly.
everything is miserable. So good. We're gonna take the W today. You know, happy Sunday, yo. Get that fried chicken, man. It's gonna be good tonight.
Yeah.
Or whatever y'all eat. If you're having a steak, enjoy that steak. Even if you cook it yourself, man, you prepare that thing like you got it from Ruth Chris.
That's
You
right.
know, and bake your potato or something. Go ahead, go all out tonight.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
you, you know, get you some T.J. Swan or some Wild Irish Rose, some wine. You know what I mean?
Thunderbird. What's the word?
Some Thunderbird, yeah. Get a fifth of bird,
Right.
and wash that steak down with that. You know,
Right.
Celebrate the night. Celebrate the wins. You always celebrate the wins, man. So tell a friend about the sports mix. Tell your friends to subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. Join the Facebook group. You know, check us
just
out Wednesday night
just got the
on.
word, Coach Kenny, that the Orioles won 5-4 in extra innings.
All right, all right. See, now that make the food taste even better.
See, there you go.
You know what I'm saying? That make the food taste even better. The Orioles and the Ravens won on Sunday. The Ravens, so the Orioles are back up 2 games now.
Back up a couple games.
So they went down 2, now they back up 2.
They split. They split.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good stuff, man. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. Awesome news. Go O's, baby.
Good time to be a Baltimore sports fan.
Good time to be a sports fan in the city of Baltimore, man. Good job, Orioles. Good job, Ravens, man. Make me feel good today. I may do a show tonight. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not doing no show tonight.
You don't feel that?
No, I don't feel that good.
Yeah.
I'm about to get out though.
One thing, man, about them Ravens, man, that I kind of noticed, or the vibe I feel,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have that many complaints about the play calls.
Yeah.
Typically on a Sunday, Greg Roman, it's always big complaints about the play calling.
Yeah.
In this game, I just didn't hear a whole lot. I mean, I didn't feel like complaining about the play calls. I thought that was nice. I thought there was a good balance between the running and the passing. I think they spread that ball around. Different receivers, touched it,
Yeah.
and no complaints. No complaints. Play call.
Now I'm sure. I'm sure there will be some complaints. From those that always complain.
Yeah.
There's gonna be people that complain. I mean, you win the game. The complaints should be minimal. That's always been my philosophy. Now, as a coach, yeah, you're gonna find some things that you need to clean up. I get that, but as a fan, man, you take a win any kind of way you can get it. If we score one more point than the other team, it's a win.
Yeah.
And in December, who cares how you won this game in September? As long as it's a W in the win column,
it's a W.
Who cares? Who cares?
Exactly. And they look more efficient in the red zone. They're coming away with some touchdowns.
Yeah.
When they get into the red zone. So I'm liking the offense. I'm liking the play calling. I think this guy, I say in the offseason, of course, signing Lamar was the biggest deal for the but I say that the second biggest deal was bringing in Monken.
Monken, yeah.
I think
and it's just week 2, and they still really feeling their way through this thing.
Okay.
So like I said, I think we all kind of agreed that we look at these first 4 weeks as kind of how we're gonna see the team. What we look to see what they are after week 4, and then we kind of go from there. With how you see the rest of the season playing out. I mean, barring injury, and that's always the case. Injuries are always the X factor on any team. You know what I'm saying? So barring injury, I'm just looking for improvement every week. So like I said, with the line play today was great compared to last week, and it wasn't perfect, but it was much better than last week. So whatever they did to clean up that line play, to get Lamar a little bit more time to make some plays downfield or whatever, I'm in agreement with that. Whatever adjustments they made in practice this week,
it worked.
Kudos to the coaching staff for that. Another thing before we check out, because I said we checking out, but another thing that you don't hear, and we hear this a lot, is the John Harbaugh complaint. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's a faction of people. I just believe they just always are gonna be on the side of somebody need to get fired.
Right. Right.
Somebody gotta get fired, or somebody gotta get cut, or somebody gotta get traded. You know, it's always the case. I don't care. You know who, what the outcome of games are. People been calling for Harbaugh's head for at least 5 or 6 years,
Yeah.
maybe longer. But I know for at least the last 5 or 6 years, people, whatever they say about him, I like him. I'm a Harbaugh guy. I like him. I think he's a solid head coach. You
Yeah.
know, um, and continuity matters on teams, man. Whether you like it or not, continuity matters. And you can't you look at the teams that trade that go away and they start moving coaches after a bad year or two all the time. Them teams are always in transition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's never really any continuity with those teams. They may have a run, they bring in a coach and he come in and bring them get a jolt of energy and they have a little surge. But then once that surge goes, then it's just here we go. We got to fire him. He got to go. He got to go. You know, I'm of the ilk that continuity matters. Sometimes you got to go through some bad stuff or some tough times to see it. And when you look at a John Harbaugh, who I think he's the second longest tenured head coach behind Mike Tomlin
I think so.
in the NFL, their team generally don't lose. The two of those guys. Tomlin has never had a losing season, right?
No.
8-8 was his worst.
That's his worst. Yeah.
8-8, and I mean Harbaugh. Harbaugh has had a couple bad seasons, but he wins way more than he loses.
Yeah,
You know what
definitely.
I'm saying? He wins way more than he loses. So, but I'm always prepared to hear that fire Harbaugh stuff. You know, the Lamar this. Lamar got the money, so of course, anytime he have a bad game, make bad plays, you're gonna hear it. So all of that kind of goes with it. Sometimes I mean, and fans are different. They call us fanatics for a reason.
Sure. Sure.
We're not logical. You know what I'm saying? We look at these guys sometimes like they're robots. Like they just supposed to make plays and stuff just supposed to happen just because we want it to happen. It's human beings out there playing the games and mistakes happen and things happen. Stuff goes wrong sometimes. So, you
Yeah.
know,
And I agree, man. That hardball talk, man. I mean, I think he was really on the hot seat uh, until he switched over to Lamar. I think Lamar really saved his job because during that
mhm.
season he was on the hot seat.
Yeah.
And again, I think that you know, uh, I think they did some what our man Donald Trump said. I think the Raiders put out some fake news uh, and gave a fake injury, saying Joe Flacco had a hip injury. Now they're ready to make a move, and John Harbaugh's job was on the line, and
Yeah.
uh, and they made that move. So I think Lamar saved his job, and I think and to me, since Lamar been at the helm, I don't think John Harbaugh's uh, job should be in any kind of trouble or anything. The guy has handled it. I think he is probably borderline Hall of Fame coach. He get
Yeah. Oh
another.
yeah. Oh
He,
yeah.
he'll be Hall of Fame coach. He borderline now, and he has a nice track record. And I think the thing that Harbaugh has shown us that lets you know that he's still pretty much on top of his game is that, from my understanding, the hiring and firing of offensive coordinators, of coaches, that's under his leadership. And you see that he was very good friends with Wink, and
Mm-hmm.
and he dismissed Wink and brought McDonald in. That was a
Mm-hmm.
great move, right? And
Mm-hmm.
we can see the benefit of that. And then on the offensive side, he let Greg Roman go and he brought in this guy Monken. And so that lets you know that the guy's smart. He's pretty wise, and he's been able to bring in some pretty good coordinators here, and that's going to be the key. And I think he's locked in, man. Harbaugh ain't going there.
Yeah, no, Harbaugh here for the long haul. I think he can be here as long as he want to be here.
Yeah,
You know,
that
I
guy.
think he got that kind of cachet, and
Yeah.
also, Dr. Melvin, that's been on the show with us.
Yes.
Harbaugh was one of his coaches in college.
I remember him
You know what
talking.
I'm saying? And he said, man, Harbaugh was a solid dude even back then as a young coach.
He was a
You know,
player's coach.
players coach definitely, man,
Yeah.
and so he can definitely see why he's successful. At this stage of the game, man. So shout out to Dr. Melvin too, man. We gotta get you back on, brother.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta figure out what your schedule is. I know that brother might be in the emergency room or on the operating
Right.
table or something. So
Right.
I don't
Right.
want him. I don't want him to go out of no surgery to come on
Nah.
to the sports mix. I mean, I want him to come on the show, but not at somebody's expense.
Don't leave nobody on that operating table at the expense of the sports mix now.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we're important, but
We
but 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 not that important.
not that important.
You know what I mean? So yeah, uh, I got a couple people too, man, that I've been talking to about coming on the show. Um, so I got some folks, man. We trying to grow this thing, and we're gonna do that. The sportsman's gonna go to the next level. You know, with all the support that I get. I get a lot of people that pull me up. Telling me they watch the shows and they telling people about it. So I just appreciate all that, man. All that support that I get, all the encouragement that I get to keep pushing forward. You know, um, during these times, man. So we've been off pretty much all summer. I haven't really done much during the summer. Um, so football season back. So I figure why not kick it off and just keep going every week during football season and putting this content out here, giving the people what they want. You know. Shout out to my man Charles Brooks, too. CB, man, what's good, brother?
What's
You
up,
know,
CB?
and CB, man, you know, gotta get you back up on here, man, and definitely gotta get the original crew. Get the original crew back up here. Neil, Coach C, everybody, man, just get everybody back up on here. When they can. I know everybody busy. But we'll get everybody up on here, man, and have some spirited debates,
Yeah,
like we
absolutely.
did. Like we did, and you know, and I think a lot of our best debate stuff came during the basketball season. you, you know what I mean? The basketball seemed to bring it out of us. We
Yeah,
kind of going back and forth, and also with basketball, right? I want to get some younger people that come on and talk about, uh, talk some basketball, have some debate with some of the younger people, some of the LeBron guys. The LeBron is better than MJ guys, and the Kobe guys and all these people. You
sure.
know, yeah, I want to get them on here so I can tear him a new ass.
Right,
It,
right,
it don't get no better than Michael Jordan. I'm gonna stand on that.
right,
You know,
right.
I'm gonna stand on that. But get some of y'all young folks up on here to speak your piece. About some of y'all favorites. You know,
Yeah, be good to hear their perspective and hear their argument.
yeah,
It's good to infuse anything with the young blood.
yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign it on off. Week 2 in the books. Ravens get a dub. Orioles win, which is also good. It's a good Sunday in the city. If you're drinking, drink that TJ Swan or that
Yeah,
bird today. Make that steak taste a little better. That
absolutely.
that fifth of bird or the MD 2020. Take it back.
Take it on back.
Take it back, man. Get some I guess the MD 2020 coming flavors.
Yeah,
You
something,
know,
man.
and
Some
mix it
boom,
up a little bit. Yeah, the
something.
Boone's Farm. They come in flavors, man. Mix it up.
Throw it on back. Take it
Yeah,
back.
take it back, man. Have some fun tonight. But just make sure y'all get up and go to work tomorrow.
It's gonna be a good week. The
Yeah,
Ravens won, the Orioles winning. It's gonna be a good week. So get
yeah.
on up, go to work in the morning.
Hey, get on up, go to work, man. Ain't no calling out tomorrow.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, yeah. So we signing out, man. Y'all have a good, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Some good games still coming on. I think it's 2 games tomorrow night, if I'm not mistaken. 2 games on Monday night. So you still got a lot of football left this week.
Absolutely.
So y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Thanks
Enjoy.
for tuning in, man. Have a good one. Peace.